Meditation. This has to be the most misinterpreted word in the English language. You hear the word meditation and your mind instantly connects it to words like religion and spirituality. The entire meaning of the word gets lost among these other words it constantly gets connoted with. In actuality, the word meditation is derived from the Latin word meditatio, which means to think, to contemplate. I stand here today to propose the idea that maybe meditation doesn't have to be seen as anything more than a mere mental exercise. An extremely powerful and formidable mental exercise, but a mental exercise nevertheless. Mental exercises are anything from jigsaw puzzles to chess. Well, do you see jigsaw puzzles as religious? What about chess? No? Why meditation then? Do me a favor and for the next 5 minutes, forget everything you know about meditation. Forget you've even heard this word. Now we can begin. Let's start by trying to understand how a mere mental exercise can be so powerful, life-changing even. You see, meditation is different from any other mental exercise, from literally anything you can do in fact, because of the nature of what you do when you meditate. A quick side note, having personally been a complete beginner at this myself just a few months ago and having made the mistake of approaching multiple meditation masters and having read up on all the literature possible, I realized that when starting out, less is indeed more. Meditation is one thing where you need to experience the benefits to understand them. So a pro tip to you, all the time that you're going to spend researching about meditation, trying to understand it, don't. Spend that time actually meditating instead. That will be 100x better investment of your time. Well, what is the greatest benefit of meditation? To put it as simply as I can, meditation is the process of disassociating from your thoughts. Imagine that way in the future, there exist robots that can do anything that a human can. You can control these robots sitting in your house. And there are cameras and sensors fitted all over the robot that make you feel like you are out and about yourself. You need groceries, you send your robot out to the store. You feel like watching a movie in the hall, you send your robot to the movies. Now there's this guy Joe. Joe sits in his bedroom all day and uses the robot to experience life. Joe loves adventure, so he sends the robot out skydiving, rock climbing, scuba diving, everything. Joe's always in a good mood. He's always happy, cheerful, and charged. Anytime the robot hurts itself, every time the robot is out in the heat, Joe feels grateful that he's fortunate enough to be sitting at home. Just next door lives Andrew. Andrew also uses his robot for everything, but over time, Andrew has gotten so used to operating his robot that he started to associate himself with it. When the robot hits its foot somewhere, Andrew feels the pain. When the robot is out in the scorching heat, Andrew starts to sweat. When the robot is low on battery, Andrew feels drained, and when someone is rude to the robot, Andrew gets angry. Now you see Andrew constantly frustrated, exhausted, sick of people treating him badly. What benefit would you say Andrew would experience by disassociating himself from the robot? Those are exactly the benefits you will experience by disassociating from your thoughts. Coming to the most important part of this video, how do you do it? Here's the correct way, in my opinion, to start meditating. Sit down with your eyes closed and concentrate on your breath. Within seconds, your mind will begin to wander. You'll think about that amazing Chinese food you had for dinner last night, then about that YouTube video you watched this morning, then about that thing your friend said to you last week, then about that girl you've been meaning to talk to. My breath! Suddenly, you remember what you sat down to do. You're focusing on your breath again. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and you're thinking about that movie you saw. You remember that text from a friend you haven't replied to. You're thinking about skipping leg day today. You remember that you have a deadline coming up. Oh shit, my breath! You remember again what you were supposed to be doing. You focus on your breath again. 10 seconds in, you're already deep into your next thought. until you remember again. This is how it's supposed to be. Think of your mind as an untrained dog. You know what you wanted to do, but it is spoiled. It is used to the pampering. It is used to doing whatever it feels like in the moment. It's essential, crucial that you don't get frustrated the moment you catch yourself drifting. Every time you bring your focus back to your breath, think of it as a bicep curl for your brain. The more times you catch yourself drifting and refocus your attention, the faster you'll make progress. Over time, you'll see your focus get better and better. Your attention will be at the breath for longer and longer, and the amount of time you get distracted for will become shorter and shorter and shorter. To summarize, focus on your breath. That's really all there is to it. Just like when you're doing a bicep curl, all you have to do is pull the weight up. Then you let gravity do its job and pull it back down. Similarly, you let your mind do what it does best and wander off. After some time, you'll remember what you sat down to do and refocus on your breath. Again, your mind will wander off. Again, you refocus. And again, and again, and again. I promise you it's as simple as that. When you're starting out, you'll have a million questions. Am I doing this right? Is it supposed to be like that? Should I do this? That's just your mind trying to get out of doing this. As long as you're sitting on that mat, or even lying down if that's what's comfortable for you, and focusing and refocusing on your breath, you're doing it right. I'm not going to ask you to watch more of my videos now. In fact, I'm not going to link any of my videos at the end of this. Instead of giving others more of your time, give some of it to yourself. Open the timer app on your phone right now and set it for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes even, however long you're comfortable with. Close your eyes and focus on your breath.